Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am your host, Admiral. Accompanying me here tonight with Play Freak and Infamous. Say hello to the crowd, gentlemen.
Hello.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Alright,
Yet.
good to hear.
My bits to come.
Alright, but before we get right into this, we're going to get a quick recap of what happened last game. Los Angeles Mission College versus Gold, where we got to see some amazing plays from Pokemon as he did go in early on the Olaf in the jungle. Gentlemen, what do you guys have to say about last week's plays?
That was pretty clean. They were all pretty clean. Pokemon's had a really good game last week.
And more than him, Willy Cookie destroyed as well in mid.
Willy Cookie had his faker moment, dude. Essentially. He just ran that whole show. Usually when it's usually an Alpha Daddy like the entire game, nah, this time it was all Willy Cookie running it.
The mid jungle synergy came in really hard last series.
Yep. Pokemon's Echo was very scary. Once again, we also had Mr. Meaty's patented Orns completely destroying in the top lane like usual.
I really do hope that today's
No
opponent bans Orn.
You think, but you... Nah, they won't. You know
ban Orn.
Nonetheless, we did get to see great plays from the side of both teams, and as we get right into it, gentlemen, let's get right into this.
Booyah.
Today we do have Hunter College going up against LAMC. With the new overlay, I do hope the crowd enjoys these upgrades that we have right now. And the first ban coming in will be Rakan.
Rakan ban.
Think what I could offer.
Okay, so that's gonna be a ban, LAMC. It's gonna be a Casio ban from Hunter College over here. She's a really super strong mid, top, and bot laner. You can flex those three ways around.
Play Freak's favorite champion, Vladimir.
He's horrible at Vladimir.
I'm really good at Vladimir, but
No.
he's an insane scaling solo laner that can blow squishies up into the late game once he gets a good 2 items.
Just survived the early game. Right?
I'm kind of confused by this. So we have a Silas ban coming in from LAMC side.
That is so confusing.
Due to the last couple bit of nerfs, Silas has been jumping up and down, but he hasn't been quite as good as he was before, neither when he was flexed into the jungle. And the last ban coming in from LAMC, Hunter College will be the Jax.
Okay, Jax he can be a pretty decent top laner. You can also flex him on into the jungle. He can be very annoying with his stuns and just his mix attack with his magic damage. And oh, an Aphelios! It's gonna be an Aphelios for Hunter College here. It's the first pick.
Very interesting. I do want to see what the Aphelios does, but as we stated before, the Orn has not been banned away from Mr. Meaty yet again. Let's see if Clear Sky Hammer will be the first to be able to shut down this top lane carry, essentially on Mr. Meaty's hands for LAMC side.
And Pokemons will be picking up the Rek'Sai. We've seen him do massive amounts of work on her before, and this hyper aggression jungler just from the mid and early game. I know Pokemon's is Rek'Sai. I saw his last game with Rek'Sai got a disgusting kill on
He was all over the map. He was all over the map on Rek'Sai. The other jungler could not do anything about it, and also opting to run the more traditional Hello Blades runes even after the Conqueror changes. So he just completely destroyed the early game and set up LAFC for a win.
Now, next pick we're gonna have from Hunter College is gonna be a Trundle. That Trundle more than likely probably going to be they are hovering over a Karthus. Am I wrong? Okay, so we have a possibility of a Karthus and or Trundle jungle here. Trundle can also be flexed onto the top lane, and then Karthus can also be put into the mid lane.
And possibly also a Trundle support, but two relatively strong flex picks, and even Aphelios himself, though considered to be an AD carry, has been flexed into the solo lanes himself. So the draft for Hunter College can really go anywhere right now.
So far, it's kind of hard, and it's gonna be a Nautilus. Okay, Nautilus support, unless Willy Cookie decides to pull out the good old Doinbean going Nautilus mid here. But right now we're gonna go into our second half of the ban phase here, so let's see how LAMC are gonna decide to start off here. Morgana ban gets a good ban. She's provides a lot of utility with the bindings and the black shield. And how will Hunter College respond to this though? So far they still do have potentially their laners open up.
Misfortune ban. Recently
Someone's been watching a lot of Kesma.
Misfortune has been coming up as a more popular AD carry right now, really due to her passive with the love tap and her lane dominance thanks to the Q going through minions. She can get a lot of priority in lane. and has been becoming more popular right now.
And the final ban from the side of LMC is going to be the Nami here, another ban for the support side here.
Really pinching that support pool, and a Kaisa ban coming in as well. With the
Good
bot
bans,
lane
still
being
pretty
very
strong.
focused through this ban phase.
I think they are aware that Alpha, oh, they're trolling. There's no way. They will.
That's just a hover.
They're trolling. There's no way.
Alpha Daddy is just hovering.
I'm kinda down. I'm kinda down.
And now he's hovering over the Yasuo, and it is locked in.
Okay, let's get it. Yasuo mid, Yasuo spot could also be a thing.
Okay, because it could be Nautilus support.
Yeah, the
or Nautilus could still be flex mid, and you could have a Gragas Yasuo bot lane, which will be incredibly scary for the Aphelios. But the Veigar is being hovered right now, and that does a very good job. Actually, Veigar shuts down a lot of their comp. The dredge line is shut down. Yasuo can't dash it in. Rek'Sai can't flash knockup, or at least it's really dangerous for him to flash knockup, as he could crash right into the event horizon. And the Ornhorn can technically be blocked. I think Veigar is an incredibly good pick into this draft.
Yep, and decent pick, and it seems the final pick will be, it seems to look like a Thresh pick for the support line. Oh, hover back into a Braum instead.
Okay, they do want to keep their AD carry protected. I do kind of like the Braum pickup. This can technically still be an Aphelios or a Veigar bot side, so we have to see where they want to go. And the Kassadin is being hovered right now on LAMC's side.
Kassadin does have some, it takes a bit for him to get going, some scaling to get going, but once he does get that, once he gets that Seraph's Embrace or a Rod of Ages, he can just essentially just start teleporting everywhere and just start doing crazy damage.
Them locking in the Kassadin makes me think that they do believe it is a Karthus. Okay, no.
Nope.
Okay, so it does seem it will be the Veigar mid and the Aphelios bot with a Karthus jungle.
They are opting out for the Kassadin will be the only AP damage for the side of LAMC here, so hopefully they're hoping that here that Hunter College will itemize for everyone, for the Yasuo, the Ornn, the Rek'Sai here, and just leaving Kassadin to blow everybody up who's left. I will say though, pretty much almost everyone but the Trundle and the Braum are pretty squishy. Karthus, Veigar, Aphelios, if any of them get caught out, they can be blown up. You still have to like respect the Karthus though, because he's mostly just gonna be power farming throughout the entirety of the game to make sure that that Requiem hurts a lot. So LMC do have to start essentially itemizing for that damage coming in from the Karthus. At least some merchants to get going there.
And as we wait for the game to load, we're going to get a quick recap of what happened last week once more. As we keep talking about the game that they had against Gold. Gentlemen, what is your hopes for the team this week?
Last week, when they went against Gold, it didn't seem that LMC was pushed by much. There wasn't really any points where we thought Gold could come back. It was a lot of the aggression from the jungler Pokemons here that he kind of got his entire team going really quick. He was able to shut down the opposing jungler pretty well. He kind of understood where his pathing was, and just overall just better team mechanics from the side of LAMC here. Pretty much got him the win. Not to mention Willy Cookie's stomping essentially mid lane.
I agree. Before the game started last week, I wanted to see if Gold was capable of punishing LAMC in different ways that CSUN, their main practice partner, has not been able to. And I mean, in general, I did see that the bot lane wasn't as dominant compared to when they do play against CSUN, but overall, I think it kind of just showed more depth on LAMC's side, seeing as how they are capable of winning not just from the bottom side of the map, but from the mid and jungle as well, and then Mr. Meaty doing just fine top lane no matter what the matchup is, especially when no one bans Ornn.
No one bans Ornn or tries to counter him. I still don't think this Trundle is going to be pretty well against him.
No, this Trundle will be trying to go even into the Ornn. It's not really a winning matchup, but I think if anything, it just showed LAMC's an even better team than we had believed before, because they can carry from other positions. It's not just the Alpha Daddy show the whole time. Willy Cookie really did have his moments to shine, and Pokemon's just out jungled so hard the entire series.
Out jungle really and just like the clip right now playing, getting a disgusting double kill, denying the Baron from gold here was just utterly disgusting from the side of Pokemon's here in LAMC.
That should never happen.
Nope.
Plays like that should never happen. That was, I mean, it was really good on Pokemon's to capitalize, but that was such a big mistake from gold. And it's things like that that I want to see like punished, and good on Pokemon's to punish gold's mistake.
That's the only thing that we always ask for, is that we want them to for them to deny like because they do feel confidence, they do push their limits a lot. We see from the side of LAMC here, and not a lot of people punish that, and they kind of just let them get away with it. And I'm hoping that this time around that Hunter here will be able to find that weakness and like overcome it. Like they are able to find like Alpha Daddy pushes too forward, or Willy Cookie finds too forward, Pokemon's invades in the wrong time, and hopefully being able to punish those types of mistakes here. And but so far that's what we hoped last time. Didn't really come into fruition. LAMC still destroyed, just in a different way, a different laner. But this time around we do have a completely different team going up against them, so I want to see how they are able to adjust exactly to their playstyle.
That I do hope so too. And then, well, we're going to get into a little bit of a difficult matchup, but I do want to say before we get right into this game, we are hosting an event at Los Angeles Music College in the amphitheater called Amplified 1.0, where colleges will pit against each other in League of Legends and Overwatch. So if you can, come join us down. That will be Saturday at 12 p.m.
Yep, you can see us live.
And that you can.
Yep. We're not that ugly.
Well, anything else you want to add into this play freak as we get into it?
Aside from wanting to see LAMC as a group be challenged in different ways that so far we haven't really seen them be able to, I'm still, if no one's going to ban Mr. Meaty's Ornaway, I really want to see who is the first player capable of shutting him down the way no one else has. It really seems like just such a hard comfort for him, and he really is getting solo kills in lane that he never should be getting. Everyone keeps underestimating the Ornn damage, but Mr. Meaty pilots it in such a way that he keeps getting kills.
Telling you,
I'm very excited.
Watch that level 6.
I'm waiting to see when he will be punished. Ornn does have the Ice Pillar. He can use that to interrupt the Ornn Horn so that Mr. Meaty will not be able to launch it. So in theory, there is some counterplay there from the Trundle, but let's hope that Clear Sky Hammer is capable of doing that, and let's get this game underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the first round of Los Angeles Music College versus Hunter College. Let's get right into it.
First off, what I want to put out is that Pokemons will be opting out to going with the Halo Blades this time around. Willy Cookie's going Fleet Footwork, and it's going to be Conqueror for Alpha Daddy here this time on the Yasuo.
There does seem to be, there's a 5-man push from Hunter College coming in.
I think they are aware.
LAMC is doing a 5-man invade.
Well, we see a showdown here.
With the Braum, and if the Vanguard did go for the Horizon, they do have a very strong level 1. But as do the Nautilus.
They are looking at...
They have backed away.
Yep, they are aware that they might be...
all they've done is set up a deep ward here right in front of the enemy Raptors, and they are heading back to go ahead and give Pokemons a quick leash, and all the action will be contained for now.
That's a good one, but I want to point out right now, just from both junglers' sides right now, it is going to be the Carthers here for the side of Hunter College here. Pokemon's Paladin Rex side this time around. I do want to warn that the Karthus alone can be very weak, especially against the Rek'Sai from running Halo Blades in the early game. If this Karthus is found out in the early game, the Rek'Sai can very well easily kill him pretty easily. Not to mention that it is a Rek'Sai, and she is mostly going to be looking for ganks, while Karthus is just literally looking to farm the entirety of the game and start just being able to do massive amounts of damage.
Yep, so, Pokemons does have free reign in this early game.
Yep, and more time. If Karthus at any point tries to gank, that'll be taking away time from what is majorly going to be the farming that he's going to be doing. And if this Pokemon starts getting ahead with the ganks here, it's going to definitely hurt the side of Hunter College here, especially with their jungler that they are hopefully going to try to pay off during the mid to late game here.
Trying to go in with a little bit of poke, but he gets some damage from the Braum.
But he is able to shield it with the Yasuo shielding that he gets there. So not too much to worry about there. Definitely in favor of Alpha Daddy here with their priority here. Right now it seems that pretty much almost everyone but Mr. Meaty on the side of LAMC have priority on their lanes. Mr. Meaty again, he is Ornn. He is mostly waiting to hit that level 6 to get this full combination out, to combo with the Brittle and be able to poke out and slowly kill Trundle here.
Skyhammer is going for a big trade here.
Mr. Meaty going in and taking a quarter HP. Falling under the turret. The Clear Sky's doing some significant damage on Mr. Meaty. Rek'Sai coming in for the knockup. Clear Sky's airborne, but it looks like Mr. Meaty won't go in. The flash coming in from Clear Sky's hammer. Pokemons as well. But it looks like he'll come out with his life. Pokemons and Mr. Meaty dropping a quarter HP.
Yep, but it is indeed worth you get the flash out of that Trundle. Next roundabout that the Rek'Sai comes in, Trundle will not have that up.
The knockup coming in from Mr. Meaty. Mr. Meaty coming in with the damage. The quarter HP from Mr. Clear, and it's a first split coming in from Mr. Meaty.
Yep, and there you go. Mr. Meaty had it there. He can land in the attacks faster, grasp of undying, procs faster than the Conqueror does, and he just pretty much is able to blast the whatever is left of the
But Clear Skyhammer is TPing into a ward into the upper bush. He might be trying to get the kill on Mr. Meaty right now. The ice, the pillar, but Pokemon is still nearby.
The knockup coming in from Mr. Meaty. Pokemon's trying to go in and save Mr. Meaty. The knockup coming in from Pokemon slow. Clear Skyhammer dropping a quarter HP. Pokemon says lose his life. Mr. Meaty dropping a quarter HP as well, but it looks like he will try to do the alcove outplays, dropping the low HP. The flash coming in, and it looks like Mr. Meaty won't get out with his life.
Ooh,
the slow coming in huge for Mr. Meaty. But nonetheless, overall advantage coming into Clear Skyhammer. He will get this free CS as Mr. Meaty back and pass away his own teleport. And along with the pull, he's going to be really looking to farm into this lane and get a gold advantage in that way.
I mean, with the domain of the E that Trundle does have, it does provide him a lot of ways to clear there with them. Besides overall, Trundle does have a lot of sustain in the field. I believe it is his Q that does provide a little bit of healing towards the Trundle himself, so he does have some type of sustain as well to try to keep up with the Ornn tankiness that it does have. Well, we do will have to expect is that the Ornn already has armor build up to try to deal with this Trundle, and again, once that Ornn hits level 6, he can get his full kill pressure onto this Trundle, which is really going to be scary.
And another team trade coming in from top side. Clear Skyhammer.
Mr. Meaty doing some great damage on Clear Skies. Clear Sky trying to put in some damage on Mr. Meaty as well, but it looks like they'll just come out with some poke damage.
Nope, Trundle, Ornn has already built a armor item in support.
Ooh, the knockup. Nautilus coming in as well with the stun. Braum taking up all the damage with the shield, and it looks like
the free fire from the backside. The gravity gun, the roots. Oh. Nautilus goes down.
Daddy dropping a quarter HP, but it looks like Alpha Daddy and the support from those animals and Mr. Cards will fall.
It's not enough though. Oh. And there's the punishment that we were looking for. They try to form in the Drake right now.
What's this Pokemon coming in back on? Zentical dropping a quarter HP. Will he get the kill? But Pokemon's falls to the Warwick. The Warwick Vanguard.
The Event Horizon.
The flash is forced out from Willy Cookie, and Hunter College will get this Drake. An Inferno to start off.
Ooh, such a rough going in. This Cassidy doesn't have any items due for damage. While the Veigar already has a Lost Chapter built up, he's already starting to do a lot more damage. Again, you're looking for the late game with this Cassidy, and going in for that early game just with Pokemon alone is extremely dangerous. But right now we will see that Mr. Meaty will.
Mr. Meaty coming in with the knockup on Skyhammer. Skyhammer dropping a quarter HP. The Ornhorn coming in as well. Skyhammer's dropping a quarter HP. And the ultimate secures the kill for Mr. Meaty.
Yep, and told you. Watch that level 6. That's where Mr. Meaty knows that it's time to go.
That was far too much greed coming into Clear Skyhammer. He does kind of win prolonged trades due to the Conqueror once it is fully stacked. But at that low health near Mr. Meaty's turret and with the level 6 coming in, he's no chance.
Nope, and that's already so now Mr. Meaty's gonna get a bit more CS, push further into the turret, and he's gonna start backing right now. Already having a Bammy Cinder and some armor build up, getting even tankier to deal with this Trundle. The Chondo only has a phage build up, which is a pretty decent power up right now for him, but I don't think that's still definitely not enough kill pressure to try to deal with this, or not now when he already has built armor and back.
Aphelios has come back into lane. He gets a little root with the gravity gun, but will not follow up on it right now. He has back now. Wait,
coming in from inside. Red coming in as well. The double knockup coming in on the Rom. Rom moving up the shield. The airborne coming in from Alpha Daddy. Pokemon's coming in on the Aphelios. The Aphelios gets locked up into the airborne. Pokemon's coming in, and the Ocelot coming in with the airborne. Red securing the kill on the Aphelios. And Brom's dropping the coordination, and he falls to Alpha Daddy.
Yep, but Nestor's able to pick up at least one kill with the Requiem there, so not too horrible gone there. It's a 2-for-1 trade, fortunately on the favor side of LAMC here. Pokemon will lose his life, and he will. You're Rek'Sai, and that is a card that will always be down in CS throughout the entire game, but it's still going to be a scary thing to deal with, and no matter when you go for a gank, Karthus could have his ultimate up, and he could easily be picked off at the end of it.
It is a little unfortunate for LAMC side. The Rosana did pick up one of the kills.
Going on Sentinel. Sentinel dropping a half HP. Sentinel missing the ability. Willy Cookie trying to do some damage.
Seems it'll just be small poke going onto the turret right now.
Clear Sky's going on Mr. Meaty. Mr. Meaty doing some great damage back onto Clear Sky.
Yep, Clear Sky here is, I think he's gonna
might get caught out by Pokemons right now. He's in a really dangerous spot.
Pokemon just can't get the knockup on Neilstorm. Neilstorm just drops the code HP. The Ornhorn coming in. Will they secure the double knockup? The knockup comes onto Clear Sky, but unfortunately Pokemon just loses life. The knockup coming in from Mr. Meaty. Mr. Meaty dropping the code HP, and Clear Sky is securing a double kill for Neistar.
Yep, you still can't underestimate the damage at this point. This Karthus has picked up 4 kills. He hurts at a Fiendish Codex, and at this point he has now completed his Runic Echoes. And this Karthus is doing what Karthus do best, which is hyper farm, and then eventually just press R, and hopefully you get some.
Overall advantageous coming in for Hunter College. They get the double kill, 2-for-1 coming in from this side. Player Scammer is
Brom coming in on Willy Cookie. Willy Cookie does secure, manage to get the slow, and he gets the flash out of it. The ultimate coming in from Brom, and it's a double stun on Willy Cookie, and Sentinel secures a kill on Willy Cookie from the help of Derping from Labs.
And good roam here from the side of the College here from the support. Coming in to help him secure another kill. Good teamwork from their side here. We want to make sure that Willy Cookie did get killed. Doesn't have enough mana to start spamming the ultimate to TP Kassadin away. So gonna be good plays there for him.
It does seem like there's a little bit of vision being set up down on the spot side as the
Somebody going in with the air, but Monaka coming in on Clear Sky's hammers. Meaty doing some great damage.
Just a small poke damage, takes a little bit of airborne, but hopefully bone plating does take a little bit of damage off here for Clear Sky Hammer. Again, Chondo, he's still pretty tanky in and of himself, not as tanky as Orm, but with the sustain that he can get, he still can survive a long time against the Orm fight. Just not gonna find a lot of kill pressure, but he can push him on the turret.
Important to note, Mr. Meaty has completed his Empire Cape, will be able to take more advantageous trades coming in, as Clear Sky Hammer did back and pick up his sheet, looking like working toward the Eternity Force.
Looks like we'll get an early hit. This like going in with the crew, and it's double knockup coming in from the support of LAMC. The ultimate coming in from Alpha Daddy, but unfortunately Winstar does get a kill on the support. Pokemon securing a kill on the Aphelios. Goes to the airborne knockup on the jungler from the side of Hunter, and it looks like he will get out with his life. The order coming in, looks like those are sacrificed into it. The knockup, Alpha Daddy goes in with the flash. Will he secure the kill, but he doesn't, and it forces the jungler of Hunter.
Yep, hard to. And
that is a perfect example of limit testing.
Yep, limit testing that he's looking for, and gets punished.
Get punished.
Ooh, the flash coming in from, and he secures the kill on Mr. Meaty with the flash.
Yep, Primeval Force does more damage the lower you are. Doesn't matter how tanky you are as Orin, that Vagar's ultimate will hurt a lot if you're under a third of your health.
That Primordial Burst coming in really huge for IZ, and it's looking like he was about to be caught out by Mr. Meaty's Ord and turning it back around on him.
Yeah, that's the limit testing that we were, like you said earlier, limit testing, you get punished for it. This is what happens. If you go in for that Karthus, you best be ready that Karthus will have at least another, like, 7 seconds.
Going in with the airport there. So knockup will really quickly secure the kill on the Braum, but it looks like, no, the ultimate, it comes up with the triple knockup from the Braum. It looks like they won't be able to do anything to get into it.
Going in.
Yeah, Willy Cookie's getting chunked.
Yes, and it does teleport out, maintain this flash, and life.
Yep, yet right now this game is going for the side of Hunter College, punishing all those aggressive.
Alpha Daddy does get rooted and the Red Horizon does the double! But unfortunately, Alpha Daddy does fall to Aphelios.
That combination of the Event Horizon and the Wall of Pain is just so nasty. It's gonna completely shut down all these mobility-based champions here.
With that, Hunter College does secure the Ocean Drake.
That's 2 Drakes in their favor right now, and what it seems right now, it is going to be a Cloud, so not massive.
And it looks like Brahma get caught out by the support of LAMC. Racina going in as well. Pokemon securing the kill on Different for Labs.
And what was he doing there?
I have no idea, but the stun coming in on Willy Cookie getting out. Barely.
Yep. You saw that chunk coming out. Yeah, this Karthus with his sorcery shoes already has a part of the Leandries complete. Yep, he's gonna start doing massive amounts of damage.
The Haunting guys coming in, and then with Mr. Meaty opting to build a Sunfire Cape first, he doesn't have any massive amounts of magic resist, only the Merc Treads coming in, and that's really the only magic resist available on LAMC's side right now. This Karthus from this Starstorm has free reign. Whenever he pops the Requiem, it will be doing incredible amounts of damage.
And yep, you can use that to either seal out a fight or have
Willy Cookie going in, the stun coming in from Sentinel. Sentinel doing some great close on Willy Cookie.
And that's what I mean with Veigar shuts down that aggressiveness of those mobility heroes. Drop down the cage, deny the engage. That rhymes.
Okay, another more important itemization coming in for teams. The Rod of Ages has been completed onto Willy Cookie. It will start stacking into the late game, building very strong. Clear Sky Hammer has completed his Trinity Forest. Might be doing some winning trades onto Mr. Meaty, and while Mr. Meaty has gotten a kill here and there, the CS advantage coming from Clear Sky Hammer is still very big.
Yep, that's the...
You also coming in from Alpha Daddy. Alpha Daddy trying to secure a kill on Aphelios. The knockup from Grom. And it looks like Alpha Daddy's trying to do some damage as well, but Racina taking the kill on the Aphelios. The gang coming in from Nisar, and Alpha Daddy falls once more. But the ultimate's gonna kill, and it's a double kill for Nisar.
Yeah, real bad move.
I use my ult right now.
Bad time if I press my ult right now.
Racina, all they can do is stand there and wait for death. As there's nothing he has to survive that Requiem.
Right now we have Hunter College have that mini nuke that is the Karthus, always lurking around, waiting to watch you drop down the low.
Clear Sky's going in to try to steal the Baron, but Pokemon does fall a quarter HP, trying to get out with his life, and Clear Sky securing a kill on Pokemon. Mr. Meaty dropping to half HP, but it looks like Mr. Meaty will try to get out with his life. The slow coming in from Clear Sky. Blue team has stolen the Rift Barrel. Mr. Meaty dropping a quarter HP, and he falls to Clear Sky for a double kill.
The Trinity Force coming in huge for the Trundle there. They steal the Rift Herald, thanks for the lead.
Alpha Daddy going on the Clear Sky. It's an knockout coming in from Rensa. Clear Sky dropping the quarter HP. Alpha Daddy dropping the quarter HP. It's another kill for Clear Sky. They're just feeding him. And it's a shutdown from Rensa.
That's the field of the Trundle right there, giving him more steel attacks.
He is stuck and chunked down to quarter health. As Hunter College will shove in and break this mid lane turret, they will also spawn the Rift Herald and push it all the way and should be able to get at least one charge. Will he be bursted down too fast by LMC's side? And no charge for Shelly, but the mid turret is still broken down. As Jotaro gets free push down on the bot lane turret, and he should be safe to break that turret before, but he doesn't have the vision and he chooses to back off. Safe move.
Yep, it's gonna be that huge, and it seems that the Trundle is gonna be opting out. He does have a recurve bow and some armor building him from the side. I'm curious to see what he's trying to build, and he's building 2 different types of items at the moment. Right now, Rek'Sai is starting to itemize for the magic. They are quite aware that this Karthus is going to kill all if they don't start itemizing for him. But right now, I believe those are the only 2 champions at the moment that are currently trying to deal with him. Everybody else is just currently still building. Cassidy has started picked up a tier. GOP is completed for the Veigar. And besides that, it seems the Karthus has picked up a needlessly large rod here. could be going. Spellbinder more than likely a death cap just for that extra burst damage early right now.
Definitely going to be a death cap, and he also has 10 stacks on his Dark Seal from all the kills. A 9-kill Karthus coming in.
Somebody getting hit by Clear Sky. Clear Sky, Mr. Meaty dropping in half HP. Clear Sky is just annihilating Mr. Meaty.
The frozen domain from the Trundle giving him that extra attack speed, the extra life steal, just making it so that Trinity Force, that Conqueror, all of that just makes it do way more crazy amounts of damage.
Fast setting up for this Cloud Drake. Clear Sky is currently going onto the Raptors. Mr. Meaty is on his way. There might be a little skirmish up top. Clear Sky could be punished if they go collapse on him fast enough.
He does have the soul. Frozen domain gives him the extra movement speed. And it seems like they will not chase, and they will turn back to the
And
middle.
LAMC following up, trying to close in on Clear Sky, gives Hunter College priority over the Cloud Drake.
Looks like we'll see a bit, and the Cloud Drake is not going to come in from the center. The Order coming in as well. It looks like it's going to be a triple knockup. He also ultimate, but he's to secure a kill. On the side, Ultimate gets a double kill for the side of Hunter. And triple! And it's a shutdown on the Vega as well. But it's a double kill for the side of, and it's just a pentakill coming in from the side of Hunter. It looks like Los Angeles Mr. College ain't gonna be able to do anything about this.
Oh, the full ace from the side of here from Hunter College denied everyone. It's just a combination of the frozen domain, the wall of pain, the event horizon, all of these things.
They had the great engage. They had the great engage. Rosanna started it up with a dredge line, but the event horizon prevented any follow-up coming in. There were just tiny bits of poke and the last whisper coming in from Alpha Daddy, but no one could follow up to finish the damage because the zoning of the event horizon, the wall pain, everything Infamous had just stated, it denies any follow-up, and there's like nothing LAMC can do about it.
There's too much denial. If you have one engage, you can be denied by one other champion here from the side of Hunter College. They fully have a complete composition here to deny any type of engage from any champion. The Rek'Sai, the Ornn, the Yasuo, the dredge lines from the Nautilus, anything, Wall of Pain, Event Horizon, Frozen Domain, you have the Brahma commit. There's so many ways to deny this type of engagement here, so you're essentially walking into the lion's mouth here for Hunter College. That is Hunter College here.
And as we said, the Magic Resist itemization coming in to try to stop Nextari from fun. The Negatron Cloak coming in for Mr. Meaty, and the Hex Shrieker coming in for Pokemon, just trying to live through that Requiem. But
he's almost got death cap. Like, he's gonna start, like, even if you start building this amount of magic resistance this late in the game, this Karthus already has 12 kills. He's pretty much at a death cap at this point. Even if you start trying to build this magic resistance this late in the point of the game, he's already still gonna be doing a ridiculous amount of damage for everyone else to, you know, pick you off. The Trundle can destroy him, and essentially he's completed a Blade of the Ruin King for that extra attack speed and lifesteal that Trundle already gets from his own abilities.
I just think that, okay, the massive power like
Pokemon coming in with a kill, and Pokemon secures a kill on Zeno.
and gets caught out and blown.
The ultimate coming in from Senna. Clear Sky dropping a half HP. The ultimate coming in from the Aphelios. The Aphelios coming in as well. Senna coming in with a kill on Sky after Order coming in with a double knockout. But it looks like it's a double flash going in on the, and it's a double kill on the Aphelios. It's a triple flash going in onto the Aphelios, and the Aphelios secures a triple kill for the side of Hunter.
And the Requiem.
And the Requiem to top it off. Boom.
This Starstorm is godlike. Oh, okay.
Death cap, oh my goodness, like what do you do? Like even if you come out of a fight that you win but barely, the Death Singer, the card tech, you just press R and just make a fight back.
This will definitely be a mid lane turret, inhibitor turret breaking right there. Hunter College will probably want to start setting up some vision for the Baron. And now, okay, so Mr. Meaty has fought an Abyssal Mass. He will not be dying to the Requiem. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for the rest of his team.
Unfortunately not.
The Infinity Edge is picked up by Alpha Daddy, and with the Ornn, it can be upgraded to a Molten Edge. And then the Rod of Ages is almost completed on Willy Cookie, but
it doesn't have a Seraphim Brace, unfortunately.
The way that this team comp is set up, like Hunter College did such a great job of setting up denial for the team comp. And then LAMC, I think, set up a team comp that has differing ideals within the composition. That's because Pokemon, Rek'Sai wants to get stuff done early. They want to feed lanes early. And then Yasuo's power spike is really in the mid game.
Yep, the ONA.
Along with the Ornhorn coming in for Mr. Meaty. So they have early game with the Rek'Sai, and then the mid game power spike with their Yasuo and the Ornn. And then they have late game insurance with Willy Cookie. But with all of those, you can't just go for all of them, and there's a wall of pain in the game.
The knocker coming in on the center, but Iceno securing the kill. Iceno, Alpha Daddy dropping a half HP. It looks like he's gonna go in on for it. The ultimate comes in, but Eastor's secured. Nest Starstorm, because he has another kill on Alpha Daddy. Clear gets secure kill on Pokemon, and it looks like they will get this.
Yep, and then Clear Skyhammer just chases down Pokemon, just Rek'Sai down, uses the frozen field, the subjugate patches on, and just obliterates Pokemon's chance here.
He is gonna try to go for the steal, he flashes in!
But unfortunately, he doesn't get it.
Oh, you can't be
once again, Event Horizon denied any form of engage from the side of LAMC.
Well, and now we're sitting at here with this Karthus 14, 2, and 11, 161 CS. That Dark Harvest is probably massively stacked at this point. All this magic resistance, you gotta take that into account. And I don't think at this point
Cloud Soul also comes in.
Another stack forward. And that'll be one more stack for the Dark Harvest here for the Karthus. So if he wasn't doing ridiculous amount of damage before, well, strap in because he's doing even more.
And just for the hell of it, he has purchased the Magi Soul Sealer. We traded in that fully stacked Dark Seal.
Don't worry though. Alpha Daddy got his A power spike.
He has indeed hit his the significantly famous Yasuo 3 and 8 power spike when Yasuo starts less hyper feeding.
Why? Aside from that, why does he not have a multi-match at this point?
Pokemon looks like he will be cut out, but it looks like he will be able to turn it out. Will he come out with his life? Pokemon jumping to HP, and Nest Starstorm securing another kill. 15, 2, and 11.
Okay, so, as I was saying, why does Yasuo not have a Molten Edge? Mr. Meaty should be supplying his teammates with the Ornn buff. When I was speaking of the differing ideals within this composition, especially with the way that their comp just plays terrible.
Derping mixing up the ultimate. Alpha got to jump the corner HP, the double knockout for Mr. Meaty, but Mr. Meaty looks like will not be able to save his teammates. Willy Cookie falling as well with Alpha Daddy. It's a double knockout. Mr. Meaty jumping the corner HP, and he falls to a Sentinel, and that's an ace for the side of Hunter once more.
Yep, just don't have what it takes. Ornn's not tanky enough to deal with everyone here. Everyone in this composition. Ridiculous amounts of damage to the Karthus, to the Aphelios. Heck, even the Trundle and the Veigar are just hyper annoying with the damage they're doing at the moment.
And it might just be the end as the respawn timers are long enough.
There's the
always
deal that
take a pretty dominant.
Yep,
C1 win.
20 kills up, 25-minute game to the favor of the college here.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, first round going to Hunter. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get into this round 2, Los Angeles College versus Hunter College. Gentlemen, what do you guys have to say about that last game?
They got rolled.
Ban Vagar.
Ban Vagar indeed. Oh my goodness. Maybe Karthus too.
As I said, just the LAMC wanted to go for so many different things in their draft, and Hunter College just denied everything from the beginning. They knew exactly what they were playing at, and that late game Vagar pick came in very massive for them. Denied pretty much every champion on LAMC side, and then the Kassadin pick didn't matter because the scaling was so much better on Hunter College's side, even with the Ornn coming in.
Speaking of which, they're gonna ban out the Karthus in their first pick here for LAMC, and Hunter College are gonna ban the Rakan this time around. I think they banned Rakan last time as well, but as you can see, LAMC is aware that they do not want to deal with either Aphelios or Karthus. Hopefully, they ban out Vagar.
That would be my last guess, that they do elect to ban the Vagar last.
Okay, Vladimir is also banned out right now. I have seen Mr. Meaty Vladimir before. Can do disgusting amounts of damage.
Very good. The Vagar has been banned.
Thank the Lord.
That denied every single thing on LAMC's comp have been removed. So let's see what Hunter College choose to opt for in this game.
And there's gonna be a final Jack span once for Hunter College, and let's see how LAMC decide to pick it up. And it's Licks. They're hovering over the Casio, the 3-way flex champion right here.
Strong flex, incredible scaling champion, and it is locked in. Let's see which lane this Cassiopeia does end up going into.
Yep. Willie, Meaty, or Alpha, any of them can pick it up. I'm gonna guess that it's probably going to Willie Cookie though this time. If I had to just throw out a guess out here, more than likely going mid. Hopefully this Casio can start scaling better and hopefully faster than the Kassadin.
And then the Misfortune.
MF? Okay.
Yep, she's been popping up in more popularity nowadays. Just because, again, like Playfreak said earlier, just her lane dominance can be very scary with the love tap. So, second pick here for Hunter College. Let's see how they opt out.
And then seeing as how last game, LAMC did go for a unconventional bot lane. Let's see if they do a direct matchup this time, and the Ornn is stolen from Mr. Meaty for Clear Sky Hammer.
Now, I have yet to see how Mr. Meaty in return responds to an Ornn, since we are more than always used to seeing him go be the Ornn that slams.
But even then, he did. I think in recent memory, that was the first time I've seen Mr. Meaty lose lane.
On Ornn, yes. Or in general, too.
In general. Okay, on the other side, LAMC have elected very, as we said, that Misfortune is very strong and dominant lane. Caitlyn Morgana is also in the same boat as that, with the Dark Binding into the Bear Trap. They can just pop other AD carries. It does rely on landing the Dark Binding, so we'll see how they choose to do.
College have picked the Sylas. I don't like Sylas. He's not strong. At least not after the nerfs. Sylas has been pretty off the meta lately. I mean, at the moment he can't steal the Casio. Caitlyn not that great. Morgana ult can be good for team fights, but even then Sylas alone is good for the early, maybe mid game, but he'll fall apart.
Sylas really needs to get ahead. If Sylas does not get ahead, then he will not be. He's really not the greatest champion. Coming in for the other bans though, they have banned the Yasuo as they don't want to deal with that once again. And the Olaf has been banned, very strong, high tempo early game jungler. Falls off in the later game, but they just. Seeing as how this game went with the power farming from Death Starstorm and his incredible Karthus performance, they don't want him dictating anything in this map.
And it's gonna be a final Garen ban for Hunter College here, not to try to take away another tanky pick for Mr. Meaty here. Everyone knows how Garen can be extremely tanky. I know Playfreak72 here loves Garen just as much as I do.
I'm incredibly not fond of Garen, but I can see how the matchup would go, especially with the true damage coming in for the execute on the Ornn.
It seems we are hovering over a Karma pick here. Going to pair up with Misfortune can provide a lot of good utilities overall, and
a lot of poke as well.
A lot of poke indeed.
And also hard to itemize against because the Karma AP poke along with the Misfortune AD poke.
It's a lot of annoying things to deal with. And then it's gonna be LAMC. They still do need to pick their jungler and their top laner still, so we're gonna see what jungler they're gonna opt out, because Hunter College has still not picked a jungler as well. So it's still curious to see what they're gonna go for. I mean, you could technically do Ornn jungle, not extremely popular, but
Okay.
Dr. Mundo, another favorite of PlayFreak72's
A
here.
fan favorite of the three of us.
Will this be a top lane Mundo or a jungle Mundo is the question though. And on the other side, Silas can still be flexed into the jungle as well as the Ornn. The Ornn has been played jungle. So
Silas did
it's
get
not
that
impossible.
Silas jungle not too hot either. I would much rather opt in the Ornn than the
And
Silas.
Rek'Sai confirms that the Mundo will be going top side. And okay.
Rek'Sai still, you're again opting out for the aggressive early game jungling. I wonder how Hunter College is gonna answer that, because again, they could still be picking their jungler, or it could still be a top laner, and a Zillion is being hovered over at the moment. If the Zillion's picked up, then it more than likely will be an Ornn jungle, and it is a Vel'Koz. Vel'Koz mid?
Okay.
Vel'Koz mid, I believe, or Vel'Koz support. It's also a thing. Okay.
Draft could still go either way, as LAMC's is already pretty predetermined from their picks.
Oh boy. Let's see. Okay, Vel'Koz into Cassio, and considerable better fight than the Silas. That Silas would just end up probably likely feeding the Cassio to oblivion. But it will be an Ornn jungle, probably one of the few enemy junglers that Rek'Sai will not be able to pop, just because of Ornn's natural tankiness. However, Rek'Sai will win over in the hyper aggressiveness, and she will again also still have free reign to gank all over the map. But overall, the only weakness I can see from both compositions at the moment right now is Hunter College's. Once when the Silas will fall off extremely in the late game, and it's gonna hurt them a lot, especially if he can't get going.
Yeah, I don't believe he falls off hard. I just think it's really hard for him to get going in the first place.
Even if he does, it's still
into the late game when he gets level 3 R, he could be stealing ultimates left and right, and then with the ultimates available to steal, mostly the Morgana ults, the Mundo ults, and the Cassio ults. Above all things, I would believe the Cassio ult is the highest priority for him to steal. I think the biggest thing is that he doesn't have the best ultimates to steal from the other side. But he really has to get going early for him to be able to do anything.
He is going into a Dr. Mundo. He's extremely tanky and can be very annoying to pop. He's gonna need a lot of help. He might need some help from his jungler. It will be the Ornn. I mean, the Ornn, if he can't get in the knockup there, can definitely sustain. They can get the kill on the Mundo pre-6 before he gets the extreme healing of that he is him.
From these drafts, LAMC need to win through bots, or at least early game will be heavily focused through bottom side with this Caitlyn Morgana, as Caitlyn is also kind of a champion that needs to be ahead to be good. And then the Cassiopeia will act as the late game insurance, as she does scale incredibly well.
Going to start doing ridiculous amounts of damage, that Cassio. Kind of hoping, again, another scenario where you're hoping your mid laner scales into the late game carry and just starts doing the hyper carry. But again, we have to get to that late game for that late game champion to start doing its thing, which is what we weren't able to see with the Cassidy last time.
Yes, but Cassio does have a little more utility than Cassidy early, which is why she's a bit more popular of a champion. And then the Vel'Koz going into it does win out in poke. Cassio will really just try to weave in some twin fangs here and there, and then maybe a poison gas. But with the Vel'Koz poke, and he outranges her by quite a bit. And seeing as how Cassiopeia does not buy boots, as she does scale her movement speed according to level, it will be a little bit rough for Willy Cookie if Izeden can weave in the poke early.
You are looking for the Vel'Koz. The Vel'Koz doesn't have any disengage whatsoever, though. He's mostly there just for hyper levels of poke here. But if the Vel'Koz is caught out in an unfavorable position, unless he is running barrier or has flash up, Vel'Koz can more than likely be easily popped. So you're looking forward with that Rek'Sai. Again, the hyper aggression jungling, that Vel'Koz is a pretty good target to go for. Especially because, again, no hard disengages besides flash or, again, more popular running a barrier on the Vel'Koz. So unless you have some type of disengages, one of your two summoners up, Vel'Koz can be easily popped pretty quickly. Besides that, Hunter College is also kind of will have the Ornn jungle. And once he hits the level 11, he will be able to start upgrading his team's items one after every level up, which is going to be huge for them as well during later team fights. While on the other hand, we all know the Rek'Sai, once we get to the late game, will become not very useful whatsoever. Only looking for flash knockups, which is not extremely eco-friendly to say the least here as a jungler.
As we load into the game, what is your guys' bets on this right now? Will this go into the favor of Los Angeles College?
Again, we're kind of hoping that Los Angeles Missions College's Pokemans here can get a bit more aggression in the early game with his jungling to kind of try to get again the Caitlyn far ahead, so the Caitlyn can start doing her significant amounts of damage. Try to get the Cassio fed so you can get to that late, so we can get her into those bigger items faster, so she can start doing that ridiculous damage that she is known for. And you just pretty much not really worry too much about top lane. It is just it is the Sylas. You can go in for there to try to get the Rek'Sai fed so you can be more aggressive in the early to mid game, or just because you're Dr. Mundo, you're not really looking for like to get him fed or whatsoever. He's just there for essentially sucking up all the damage that he's known for.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, round 2, Los Angeles Mission College versus Hunter College. Let's get right into it. Looks like it's going to be a little bit of early jungle invasion.
30 seconds until
Seems right now that everyone just from the side of
LMC are walking right into Hunter College. They stand in the bush right before Prior. Will they check? No one's moving.
No, but it looks like Aphrodite will get knocked out. There's a secure kill. First blood coming in for Cujo. Unfortunate.
And they invaded into a Vel'Koz. Why? Okay. The only positive that can be spun from this is that no summoners were burnt on either side. LAMC did not lose any summoners.
ouch is the only way I can really fully expect. I believe as a team, when you are going to go for an invade, especially someone who you know everyone in your team, everyone's communicating at once, you have full understanding of your composition. You gotta start thinking, okay, what's the best combination of abilities that we use right now at level 1 to go in for a level 1 invade. You also gotta keep in mind from the other team, you have a Rek'Sai who can't do knockups right now. You have a Mundo who doesn't tank. Cassio doesn't really provide a lot of stuff. And besides the Morgana who starts out with lightning, you really can't get much going. That Vel'Koz still does a lot of poke. The Misfortune still does a lot of poke too. Sylas has a Chain Slam, and then just the knockup from the Ornn is still super scary as well.
That's the advantage that Hunter College got from that. Cujo backed and got an immediate longsword, instantly winning the poke game in this bottom side. 3 assists coming in for the Karma, the Ornn, and the Vel'Koz. That's just a little bit more gold in their pocket. And with that longsword, Cujo's going, he gets to press the attack, and chunks down Alpha Daddy to an inch of his life.
Well, Cookie is in between
Nest Star. Surrounded.
We're coming in with the Pokemon. Nest Star coming in with the knockup. Well, Cookie dropping in half HP, but he looks like he uses his flash to get out of there.
Oh lord.
Ooh, Pokemon's going in on Clear Skies, but looks like Clear Skies will do a little bit of Pokemon to get him out of there.
Yeah, Pokemon that would not suggest going to Clear Sky Hammer alone. Preferably, you do have level 3, you do have your full combination right there, and your Hail of Blades.
Percentage dropping in half HP. The poke damage coming in from Alpha Daddy as the Misfortune does drop to quarter HP as well. Great poke damage on the side of Los Angeles College.
Good answer back here from Alpha Daddy.
The Morgana Caitlyn bot lane with Dark Binding into the Berry Trap. so much damage. Incredible lane dominance if you can weave those in. But with Pucho getting the long shot at the beginning, it's going to be a lot harder for them.
Mr. Meaty's going in on Clear Sky. Clear Sky dropping half HP, but he does dash out. They're getting a little bit of armor, but he goes back in on Mr. Meaty. Mr. Meaty dropping the quarter HP, but it looks like the flash coming in from Nestar going in as well. Eyes into the Mr. Meaty. Looks like we'll fall to Nestar. Never mind. Clear Sky secures a kill on Meaty.
And that's good synergy between your top and jungler right there. Nestorm dodging to make sure he doesn't land the killing hit to make sure Clear Sky can get it. And like Play Freak stated earlier, you are trying to get this Silas to get going in the early game so you can actually start doing things.
The heal coming in massively. Clear Sky Hammer understanding that he will get the health back and noticing that his jungler is right there to support him. While that was happening topside though, Pokemans did go for a counter gank in mid lane and did force out Icy in his flash. So that is also something to be revisited as bot side.
The flash coming in from Kuja. Kuja does get out, and as well, Kama popping another flash as well. The Root coming in from the center of the double pop, the poke damage from Alpha Daddy and Pokemains.
Another very successful gank coming in for Pokemon. Down bot side, burning.
All summoners are burned.
4 summoners. All 12 summoners on Cruncher's side. And it seems even with that long short advantage, they're kind of losing lane at the moment because the matchup, as I said, is very strong.
Luckily, just making it gonna be considerably easier now for the side of LAMC. All summoners are burned, giving Alpha Daddy and we're saying here a bit more breathing room to try to deal with this. Also incredibly poke heavy duo right now from the side of Hunter. At the current moment, nothing much going on. The Mundo has picked up a No Magic Mantle at the moment, just to try to deal with the Silas just right now. And Mundo, you're not damage, you're going to sustain, live, and be a killable tank.
Ice getting grounded. Ice Chancellor trying to go to the ball. Willy Cookie taking in the poke damage. And Willy Cookie securing a kill on Ice Chancellor. The Alpha Daddy dropping the quarter HP from Kuja. Kuja secures a kill on Alpha Daddy. Will it be a gank coming in from the side of the Ornn?
Black Shield not enough.
And it's a knockup on the Morgana. Morgana dropping that quarter HP. The flash coming in from the center. Center trying to parlay back with the Root, but it looks like Ness does come out, and so does Morgana.
Just good engage, good timing from the jungler of the side of Hunter right here, knowing the time to go in, able to clear the distance, and able to force out a flash from Rosena here, picking up a kill on Alpha Daddy. Unfortunately, the Black Shield was not enough to keep him alive, and just overall, just great start for the side of Hunter College at the moment.
And very big for Willy Cookie to pick up that solo kill with Cassiopeia early in this mid lane. IZ is simply not understanding the damage that the Twin Fangs stacking up on him will do.
There's the ridiculous damage of Cassiopeia that you get, and that's only gonna get more and more scary as time goes on.
Okay, and Clear Sky Hammer has opted into the Lost Chapter as the Spectre's Cowl is picked up by Mr. Meaty. A couple more skirmishing probably in the top side with the damage, but the magic resist from Mr. Meaty should keep him healthy.
Again though, just from the way this game is going right now, this is pretty scary for the side of LMC. Caitlyn falling behind is never a good thing at all for anyone to see. She can't come back, it's still early in the game, it's still nothing to freak out over again.
But the trade will be fully in Hunter's favor.
He's sort of committed to the Root on
a long sword.
Clear Sky's going in on Mr. Meaty. Mr. Meaty securing a little bit of poke damage on Clear Sky. Clear Sky going back in on Mr. Meaty, and the Meaty does get a little bit damage output coming in from Clear Sky.
Nice little dash to dodge the knife throw from the Mundo.
Yep, just a nice, again, right now Clear Sky is just playing it pretty well right now into the Dr. Moon. He kind of understands that early game, it's still hard. Mundo's tanky, he's going to be annoying to deal with.
Willy Cookie does come in with the quarter HP, the blinding, the Root, the ultimate coming in from Willy Cookie to secure the kill on Sentinel. Sentinel dropping the quarter HP, and the poisoning kills Sentinel from Willy Cookie.
That poison from...
What a beautiful turnaround from Willy Cookie, using his ultimate to stop the Death Ray, the Petrifying Gaze, shutting down Izinit, and then setting up with the Miasma perfectly for Willy Cookie to turn it around on him.
Pokemon does catch out Nestar. Nestar starting coming in with order HP. Pokemon will secure the kill. Unstoppable airborne Pokemon. And they both come out of quarter HP, but it looks like the side of the bot side from Hunter will try to go in. Mercedes trying to get caught out. The ultimate coming in for the Mercado. Mercado just won the double knock with Pokemon. Alpha Daddy securing a kill on the support of Karma. Kujo securing a kill on Pokemon. Kujo dropping a half HP with the double kill from Kujo. And it looks like he's going to be an ultimate from Alpha Daddy. But the block flash from the side of Hunter.
He's saving his AD carry right there as Kujo just cleans up the team fight. He will land right now and maybe even complete an item.
One more, can you ask?
The two Doran's blades to be more of a Blaine bully in here, but what a beautiful play from iZenith to save his AD carry right there.
What more can you ask for at this point in the game? If you're an AD carry, you have your entirety of your team willing to opt out everything to save your life here. But overall, it's just like good play.
Clear Sky going on Mr. Meaty. Mr. Meaty dropping a quarter HP. Clear Sky. More poke damage coming in from Mr. Meaty. But it looks like Mr. Meaty will get out with his life. Clear Sky doing a significant amount of chunk damage on Mr. Meaty.
Yep, and again, Mundo right now, he doesn't have
Alpha Daddy coming in on the damage on Karma. Karma popped up a shield. Alpha Daddy taking a quarter chunk of his damage. Karma going on his own with the ultimate, but it misses. The armor coming in on Willy Cookie. Willy Cookie just getting knocked off. The flash coming in on Willy Cookie. The ultimate coming in on Aizen. Aizen is one dropping the quarter HP. Pokemon trying to get a kill on Willy Cookie, securing the kill on Aizen. He's on a killing spree. The roof. The ultimate coming in from NF, and it's a kill for Koju. Koju, the bullet time, the flash. It's double kill for Koju. Looks smart. Pokemon trying to get on the root on Clear Sky. Clear Sky jumping the quarter HP. Pokemon jumping the quarter HP, and then to the kill for the side on touch of Mr. Kill. It's a triple kill for Willy Cookie.
Oh, and then Clear Sky Hammer tries to outplay by stealing the Rek'Sai ultimate there. Oh, what a nice, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. Willy Cookie's there, he hits Cassiopeia. You know how much damage he does, and it's ridiculous.
I didn't get to see if he had used the corrupting potion, but had he, Pokemons would have died if he had not used it. Really? Trying really hard to outplay that there, but just a beautiful series of play coming in from Willy Cookie. Shutting everything iZenith tries to do with the Miasma, and not letting him do anything. Willy Cookie is being a monster right now.
Yeah, you're kind of hoping at this point that Willy Cookie can just try to start carrying through this early to mid game right now, because at the moment almost all of his other lanes are hurting considerably.
Well, with Kujo 6-0, kills up slightly down in CS, but up so much in kills. A Berserker Greaves coming in for Kujo as we speak.
Magical Boots coming
and
in.
Silas out CSing currently with a kill advantage over the Kujo. With the backs though, LAMC do take this advantage with Hunter's backs and lack of teleport to get a free Drake right from under their nose.
Yep, just a free mountain Drake. Take what you can get at this point. It's gonna help out. Just a little extra tankiness for everyone to get around. That's gonna cross out the mountain soul for this game, which is gonna hurt a little bit, but you know, we still have the other 3 Drakes up. We still have time to tell what it's gonna be. From what I'm able to see right now, it's gonna be
Ness going in on Pokemon. Pokemon just get caught out by Ness. Ness dropping a half HP. The ultimate coming from Ness. I mean, the Ness tries to knock out Pokemon. Pokemon dropping a quarter HP. The ignite coming from Ness, and Kuji secures the kill on Pokemon. Ornhorn coming in with the ultimate. Secure the kill on Double for left. It's a double kill for Alpha Daddy. Willy Cookie goes well coming in to support to kill, and it looks like it's a shutdown on Alpha Daddy.
And it's just a comeback again. This time Willy does not survive the fight though.
But he does secure. But he does save the life of Alpha Daddy.
He does indeed save his life and got immense value. And then, well, the Seraph's Embrace, the Archangel Staff, soon to be a Seraph's Embrace, has been bought by Willy Cookie along with Haunting Guise and a Blasting one. That Leandri's Torment will be coming in insanely fast for this Cassiopeia. And with that Seraph's almost fully stacked, I would imagine, a little less than half, the Cassiopeia damage is going to go up quite a bit very soon.
Yep, and that's just going to be considerably scary for everyone. Belkaz has just completed the Luden cycle for him. Picked up a stopwatch as well.
Kujo going in on Pokemon. Pokemon's getting out. It's great damage from Kujo.
Silas also not very far behind with that Luden's Echo.
Almost there, getting slightly close. Right now, we do have Alpha Daddy. He has completed the Storm Razor at the moment. 2 Doran's Blade as well for him, and some Magical Boots still. No Greaves yet.
Clear Sky's going on Mr. Meaty. Mr. Meaty does get pulled. Clear Sky's dropping Mr. Meaty to quarter HP. Clear Sky's dropping to half HP. And it's great poke damage from both top laners, but it looks like no one will go in for the kill.
No survivability here. He does get Mr. Meaty to pop his ultimate here. That's going to be something less he has to deal with later on if he tries to go for another trade. Just dealing with all that extra healing that freaking Mundo gets. It's going to be so annoying.
Ucho will really want to step back soon to get his first completed item. Selling Thorns. He should not be very far off at all.
It seems Clear Sky stole.
He should be close to the Luna's Echo as well.
Clear Sky also stole the Mundo ultimate just to get some healing in for himself. Just
coming down really quick. Really quick, just getting knocked out. The ultimate coming in from IC and really quick down to the quarter HP, but it looks like he won't get out of here with the fight. And really quick, it does fall on IC.
Along with a quality bullet time coming in from Kujo as well to chunk out and force out all of LAMC's side. That's just a free kill for bad positioning coming in for Hunter's side.
Yep, definitely. Finding Willie there, not a lot of mobility. I mean, he has hit a significant level. He does have considerable movement speed at this point because Cassio's passive, but even after Cassiopeia and all the ridiculous enemies can output, you can't fully 1v5 or with this scenario 1v4.
He's dropping to half HP. Clear Sky's getting a little bit of health from Mr. Meaty. Mr. Meaty dropping to quarter HP once more again, and it looks like there'll be a kill for the Clear Sky. Clear Sky Hammer and the flash from Mr. Meaty, and he comes out with the slide falling back under turret. Instead of getting a massive on Karma.
Massive favor right here for Clear Sky. He's currently just destroying top lane, which is something we never see Mr. Meaty do. Which is
Mundo does buy the Spirit Visage.
That Spirit Visage now to deal with this Silas also does give him good CDR, so he can start hopefully spamming more abilities more often. Give him that tankiness that we know that Mundo is.
Ooh, the blue coming in on Karma. Karma's dropping quarter HP, and it's an ultimate. It's a oh my god, great poke damage from the center on Alpha Daddy. The Q and the Root coming in as well to secure the kill on the Karma.
There's no poke about it. That was a full-on kill. No ult needed.
No ult needed, just a full combination of the Morgana Caitlyn duo.
Speed dropping the HP. Pokemon trying to kill on
Hammer will be getting ganked right now.
But the flash coming in from Pokemon. Pokemon dropping the HP. The teleport as someone comes in right now. Clear Sky's dropping half HP security kill on Pokemon. I see it coming in on Mr. Meaty. The ultimate coming in as well. Mr. Meaty security kill on Clear Sky Hammer. Willie Cookie coming in to support on Mr. Meaty. The Ornher coming in as well. Willie Cookie. Willie secure the kill. The double knock up on Nestor. Nestor securing the kill for Ice Sentinel. And it's a shutdown for Willie Cookie. That's coming in the corner HP. Willie secure a kill. Willie Cookie. Willie get him for the board. The poison, and that's a double kill for Willie Cookie.
Stack. And just a massive fight in the top lane, but luckily it goes for the favor of LAMC right now.
Coming in. Alpha Daddy gets out and pokes him out.
The ultimate coming in from Marcelo. She's gonna kill. Gunglad is Miss Fortune coming in with the ultimate as well, but it looks like she'll get out of it and flash.
Ooh, do force out flash though. Karma will come out with the life barely, and Willie Cookie seems to be getting. We'll be getting more gold to start destroying this top lane turret. Hopefully, being able to get more gold here to this Cassiopeia lot, just to try to get it.
Backed and now has the completed Essence Reaper along with a pickaxe. So currently does have more attack damage than the Caitlyn, but with the Dark binding into the Bear Trap, so much damage being laid out, and the heals from Karma are simply not enough to counteract that. And another Drake going to LAMC's side from that one fight top side, and the pressure coming in from bot.
And it's gonna be an Infernal Soul here, which is going to be the best case scenario for either team here. More in favor of LAMC if they can get all that more damage. Imagine getting that Infernal Soul onto that Cassio
with the Infernal Soul is everything you want in this world.
Just utterly annihilating anything that comes near you.
With all the poke that is on the side of Hunter, they would want the two best souls in the game, which is Infernal, the Ocean Soul making the poke irrelevant, or Infernal Soul powering up Willie Cookie to do even more damage than he already is. And the Seraph's Embrace comes in fully stacked, along with the completed Leandry. If this Cassiopeia wasn't hurting before, wait till you see her now.
Oh my goodness, it's actually gonna be ridiculous. This Cassiopeia can, in theory, hard carry everyone here into the late game where everyone can start fully getting in their items here. But again, it's up to Willie Cookie to hold down the fort for as long as he can. And just, right now he did get the first blood. turret gold here. They are picking up the Drake, and right now this Infernal Soul Drake has to be the highest priority in both teams right now. But right now, LAMC do have more control right now. They're in the bot lane. They are trying to clear a vision as hard as they can because they are aware if we can get Willy Cookie this Infernal Soul.
Mr. Meaty going in on the double team on Ness. Start Pokemon trying to help out Mr. Meaty. The Order coming in, the knockout on Clear Sky. Clear Sky dropping the 20 HP. It's a double knockout from Ness, but it looks like Skyhammer will fall. Willy Cookie coming in for the gank. The knockout was from Ness star, Mr. Meaty, and Willy Cookie securing another kill. Alpha Daddy as well securing a kill on the Karma, and he flashes the mastery.
Oh, the CC here. LAMC are coming back into this game full force now with 2k gold lead coming into them. Getting this Cassiopeia even more fed, even more gold. Because you know, if this Cassio is already starting to get going, if she gets more items into her, oh my boy, you are not ready for anything. You cannot itemize enough.
Ooh, and it's
the stopwatch is very nice. Keeps him alive.
Yep, Racina barely comes out of there. Right now, Kuja will have to back up. Can't afford it because that Morgana can still have her Dark Binding up. And again, the combination of the Dark Binding into Bear Trap is a surefire way to get a kill.
Yes, but with Seeker's Arm Guard on both the Morgana and the Cassiopeia, it does seem like Zhonya's Hourglass will be the next items for both of those players. And as LAMC have started to turn it around with a gold lead, now like this late into the game, their comp actually scales probably nicer overall.
I mean, the only weakness again is the Rex. Again, with the terms of scaling, but the Morgana scaling with the Caitlyn, especially with the Cassio and the tankiness that Mundo is starting to come into specifically, is going to make it considerably more.
Clear Sky dropping a half HP. Mr. Meaty going in as well. Clear Sky is going to go. That life steal coming in from Clear Sky. Mr. Meaty going in once more. The shielding coming in from Clear Sky as well.
He can't blow him up. He can't.
Nothing is happening in this fight, but it looks like it's a bot lane fight. Willy Cookie getting their point as well. The root coming in from Pokemon. Cujo just secure a kill. Pokemon just secure the kill on Cujo. Derpy getting poisoned. Won't she fall? But no, the Karma Shield comes in as well. Willy Cookie on a rampage as well. Double kill for Willy Cookie. Mr. Meaty does get rooted by Clear Skies. Mr. Meaty dropping quarter HP. Clear Skies does get a flash out of Mr. Meaty. Another flash coming in from Clear Skies. Clear Skies getting the kill on Mr. Meaty. And it looks like that'll be the end of the fight right now.
Okay, so while all that happened bot side, Clear Sky Hammer did get the kill top side, so a little clap for that.
Yep,
I do want to point out that bottom lane fight was won solely by Willy Cookie, not just for outputting the damage. He denied the Ornn engage as he was about to jump on them and get the double knockup. The petrifying gaze denied it, and all he did was fly into his own death as Willy Cookie keeps destroying in this game. He has completed the Zhonya's Hourglass, and he has one needlessly large rod, probably going towards a Spellbinder, just increasing that AP.
I would also like to point out the Pokemon also in their backline denying Venus life exterminating array from the Vel'Koz here to try to stop all the continuous damage. He did die for it, but he was able to pick up the kill on him to denying that continuous damage from the Vel'Koz there. While there Willy Cookie was able to just literally slide him way in there like a snake and just start
Pokemon just cut out by all four of them, but it looks like you'll get out with the tunnel.
Yep, the tunnels of Rek'Sai easily back out, and that's the thing that you gotta watch out when you're going against a Rek'Sai. You gotta manage those turrets, you gotta manage those tunnels, you gotta break them every time you see one.
Pokemon's going in with the Gant, after that secure a kill on Karma, the ultimate coming in from Cujo, but it looks like Nestor will secure a kill on Pokemon's Ormer coming in as well. After that, he drops the quarter AC, the ultimate coming in on Alpha Daddy. Blue Team does secure the Rift Herald. He's dropping the quarter AC, Willy Cookie securing another kill, the ultimate coming in from Isidus. The Isidus does get a shutdown on Willy Cookie. Racina gets a kill on Cujo as well. And it looks like it's a stopwatch from Clear Sky after Senna does try to get out with his life. Clear Sky does get a root, but it looks like Senna does fall.
She doesn't get away though, there was no need to flash. Just the pull from the silence, the dashes, he can clear the distance pretty fast.
That was quite the odd team fight.
It was an extremely odd team fight. There was no need to take it, especially with this Infernal Drake already up for grabs. It was an extremely dangerous thing that you didn't really need to do for. Luckily, they did kill enough people to make sure that they are not able to go for this Drake. Vel'Koz cannot solo it on his own. And they do have to answer Mr. Meaty in the top lane, who is pushing his wave there. So it will buy time for this Infernal Drake right now. Still up for grabs for anybody. It's still probably going to be another team fight.
kind of an odd thing as well, as Willy Cookie did go in, but didn't pop the hourglass at all, as he might have been able to live through that team fight. But I guess overall they did lose it, so more better than saved. The Proto Belt is now coming in for the Silas, and a Morello Nomicon coming in for Izenith. Probably Mundo, yeah, along with the Magic Penetration coming in.
Yep.
And then as Cujo got an early advantage with that kill at the beginning of the game and used that advantage the whole time, as Alpha Daddy is now the one up in items, as he has 2 completed items as opposed to Cujo's 1.5. Cujo will be building the Infinity Edge next, but he did not have it completed as Alpha Daddy already does, along with the extra dagger.
That is the 6 kills and the extra CS that's being Alpha Daddy right now. But the Silas has picked up the Cassio ultimate, but they are able to melt the Drake fast enough. So they are able to pick up Infernal Soul right now, which is going to be massive for the side of LAMC.
That was another thing. Silas, in the last team fight, Silas did
coming in on Alpha Daddy, trying to get out of there, and he flashed out of there, missing the ultimate. The ultimate coming in from Cujo. Cujo does get some great damage, and Alpha Daddy getting blasted by Ice Sentinel, but it looks like he'll drop to quarter HP, and with his life, double ultimate wasted from the side of Hunter just to get secure a kill. Willy Cookie is in the jungle. Will he get caught out?
The Summoner barely kept him alive, along with the Karma healing. He's gonna try to turn it. He's gonna try to turn it.
He's going in on Silas, and it's a shutdown coming in from Willy Cookie on the top of it, and it's an ultimate to the Cookie, securing a double kill. A triple, and he stopped him with the stopwatch.
Oh my god. Oh, but he's able to get more kills.
You could have asked nothing more of Willy Cookie in that situation. To get 3 kills in that situation is more than anyone should have gotten.
Then that'll be
with that heroic play from Willy Cookie.
That'll be Baron right here. No one, the Ornn and the Karma can try, but you still have the Morgana, and Alpha Daddy's still alive. He can still pop them.
Alpha Daddy getting some great damage on the Ornn. Ornn top of the half HP. Yes, coming in, and Alpha Daddy securing the kill. The Root, the ultimate coming in from Alpha Daddy just to get rid of that Karma. Pokemon dropping the quarter HP. He needs to get out of it before he gets in there, and the Smite comes in to keep him up alive. And that is hell for LAMC.
That was
Baron. No.
My bad. Too hype right now.
Why? Alright.
Anyways. Another failed use of stopwatch from Clear Skyhammer in that situation. Don't know why. Should have lived. Should have been a double kill. Maybe with him alive, they stop Baron. What if here and there? But what is factual is that with that heroic triple kill, Willy Cookie said, screw the Spellbinder, I'm going directly to the Rabbiton's death cap, and there's nothing anyone can do to stop him right now.
Nope. If you find Willy Cookie alone, and you are also on your own.
Just like Clear Scammer finding Willy Cookie in alone, but it looks like he will get out with his life. The poison damage turning about a half HP.
Barely gets away from the miasma.
All that magic, magic resist that Silas can get.
Alpha Daddy stealing the boom from the side of Hunter.
No, Hunter still got it.
Yep, the Storm, that Smite advantage for you. Can't beat it unless you got your own.
Willy Cookie going in the Clear Sky. Silas does steal the ultimate as well. Willy Cookie trying to secure a crown.
He can't win this though, he's 2 levels down.
There's no way, not how fed he is, all his items, and he still has the Seraph Embrace and the stopwatch. Like, you can't stop Willy Cookie. You can't 1v1 him. You can't stop him on your own. You need to send more than one person, or you risk dying.
Even sending more than one person, he did secure a triple kill. It looks like Terry will fall to the side. Punch the order coming in to secure the kill on Willy Cookie. The ultimate, and it's a stopwatch from Willy Cookie, and they're all gonna go all in for him. The flash coming in from Clear Skies. Willy Cookie going to secure the kill, but the ultimate coming in from Gonzalez. And it looks like it's a stopwatch from Gonzalez as well. Clear Skies coming in trying to kill the secure on Willy Cookie, but Clear Skies does drop off to a quarter HP. The poison will it secure the kill on Clear Skies, and Willy Cookie securing the kill on Clear Skies, and it's a summoner spell wasted. The ultimate coming in from IC trying to secure the kill on Willy Cookie. Willy Cookie dropping a quarter HP. Redemption coming in from Willy Cookie. So they're keeping him alive. IC dropping a quarter HP, but it looks like Willy Cookie will try to go back in once more. Willy Cookie does get shut down by the support, by the Karma, not securing the kill for Ice Sentinel.
But in the meantime, everyone just pushed bot. They got the inhibitor and they got the turret. While everyone wasted their time trying to deal with Willy Cookie at the moment, everyone else from LAMC side just pushed their advantage elsewhere. You guys, because again, you have to send more than one person to deal with Willy Cookie. cannot send one or you will die. Not against Cassiopeia.
Not worth.
No. Not worth whatsoever. You sacrificed so much just to get Cassiopeia. I mean, at this point, like, they have so much aggression into you. By the time you get them off of you, she'll just come back to life. She'll just respawn and with more items.
And in the end, the shutdown gold went to the Karma of all people as well.
Which is gonna...
That is going in on Vicente. Vicente does give him this. Does give him this guy. Alpha Daddy dropping a quarter HP. The ultimate, the stun, the black shield, and Kuza securing a shutdown on Alpha Daddy. The ultimate coming in from Aizen. Aizen does secure a double kill for Kujo. Aizen does slay Mr. Media, and it looks like it's 4 down for the Silent Sentinels. As Willy Cookie does come back into mid lane.
Fantastic play from Clear Skyhammer, stealing the Morgana ultimate and going all in to get a 4-man ultimate.
And that will be the next Drake going in favor for Hunter College right here right now. There's no one to stop it. Willy Cookie should not whatsoever be trying to contest this thing right now. Right now they need to know they kind of have the bag. There are Mega Minions in the base right now. They have sent Karma back to defend.
That was closer than it should have been. It was okay for Willy Cookie to try to steal it, but okay, very good job by Hunter College to secure that Drake. The Molten Edge has been given to Misfortune. She's still an item down at this point, but that Aura power up does help. The Dance Cap will be coming in for Zenith afterwards, which can be upgraded as well. Will be doing insane amounts of damage himself, and then we really gotta see what this what Willy Cookie's Cassiopeia will elect to build for his 5th item.
Keep in mind, she can go full 6 items, no need for boots here, so full itemized, full damage, full defense.
With a blasting one and an amplified tome, I would take a guess that she is building a void staff to
my lord.
Go through the magic resist, through that Ornn, denying everything for him.
She will
along with the
destroy
extra
souls.
70 AP.
She will destroy souls, essentially. With that void staff, all that magic pen, and just the natural magic penetration that almost every champion already has, already getting demolished even harder by the Cassiopeia, is going to be ridiculous to say the least. Merc trits are a joke to the side of this Cassiopeia. You literally just kind of have to pray that you can find a way to destroy her fast enough. And the way that LAMC are playing right now, which is essentially protect Willy Cookie at all costs, will win us this game.
This guy does get an ultimate steal from Pokemans. Pokemon's not knowing that there's a war there.
Unfortunately, right now it seems right now a lot of the red side jungle for the side of Hunter is heavily filled with wards for the side of LAMC. They have almost all that. They also have wards on their blue side. Right now, the only place they have any wards is near the jungle pit. It's near the Drake pit. But besides that, they really don't have much in terms of vision. They have 2 control wards, one on the side of Bear, one on the side of the Drake pit, and not really much in terms of vision. Right now, LAMC are dominating the vision game as well for their side. But right now,
they shoved in. There's really nothing else they can do. There's some many super minions coming in from their bot lane.
They are able to break mid base turret right now. So that's going to be even more aggression being pushed in, going to be more annoying to deal with. And right now, LAMC are just going to start rotating towards Baron, maybe clear up some vision and start preparing to go in, because the composition that right now that they're running with Hunter College, they do have some decent with the Vel'Koz, some Ornn, but right now they're gonna force Baron, and they are able to shred it fast enough because again, Cassiopeia, Caitlyn is just ridiculous.
Nah, Cassio solo Baron at this point. Not actually, but insane amounts of damage. Just the void staff is completed, and the blasting one is bought as well for good measure.
Oh lordy, it could be no.
Maybe I'm sure. Regardless, the 5th item coming in for the Cassiopeia, the magic resist meaning nothing with that 40% magic penetration.
Oh, it's just gonna be ridiculous amounts of damage coming from this Cassiopeia. If she lands one good petrifying gaze onto the team, it could be the end of them all.
So she does opt for a Spectre Scowl.
Oh. Interesting build. I guess you're probably, I guess you're gonna try to atomize the Vel'Koz and for the Silas? At this point you have a Seraph's Embrace and a Zhonya's. I assume you'd probably go full damage to try to burn plus people up as fast as possible. But
I agree. I did the Spellbinder, but seeing as how she did go with the Spectre Scout, I would imagine it's going to become a Abyssal Mask for the extra health and mana, along with the cool CDR. As the Death Cap, or now the Death Crown, has been purchased by Aileen. The additional 175% ability power coming in from that Death Laser.
You are coming in on Clear Sky. Clear Sky coming in really quickly to secure the ultimate stun on Clear Sky. The ultimate coming in from the Sentinel. Isono drops the corner HP as well. Clear Sky dropping the corner HP. This start coming in with the quad knockup, but nothing is capable. Alpha Daddy securing the star. Unless double kill for Alpha Daddy. Make that a triple. And it's a quadra for Alpha.
There's too much damage. They don't have enough. They forgot about Alpha Daddy, but he's here to remind you about him. And with this Baron buff, the death timer, it's only spell cards, it's over.
And it's a pizza for Alpha Daddy.
Bow down and respect Alpha Daddy to remind you that this is still his game, and even with Willy Cookie and Cassiopeia, you guys are gonna remind you this is still my game. I'll still run it down, and then there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, round 2 of Los Angeles College versus Hunter. We'll be right back after this short break. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that will actually end it here, as we are only going to be able to do a 2-game match, unfortunately. But gentlemen, what did you guys have to say about that game?
Well, Willy Cookie smacked. Willy Cookie destroyed souls. He came in and destroyed, and then didn't matter because Alpha Dad is just like, no, 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 this is my game. And then gets a pentakill to close it all out.
And just to quickly remind everyone, we are hosting our first ever Amplified this year, Los Angeles College versus CSUN UCLA versus OCC here at Los Angeles Mission College in the Amphitheater. If you guys would like to attend and get more information about this event, please follow us at our Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, where you get more details about the event. We are sponsored by, we are partnered with iBuyPower and Game Diaz. They will be providing chairs as well, and other events will be, other participants will be at the event. So come on down, say hi to the team, and we'll be glad to say hi back. Well, going back to the conversation here, gentlemen, besides complimenting Willy Cookie and Alpha Daddy securing a pentakill, which is something that we haven't seen in a long time, what do you guys have to say about that?
Composition was way better. Willy Cookie got fed in the early game, so Cassiopeia can start doing that ridiculous damage to carry them into the later game, where everyone can start picking up more items. Muda becomes the tank he needs to be. Rek'Sai can pick up the stragglers and also do the flash knockups. And well, Willy Cookie, Alpha Daddy start doing that damage because again, CS lead still keeps him in the game despite it all. And just immediately just starts cleaning house because while everyone's worried about Willy Cookie, everyone forgot about Alpha Daddy.
What about you, Play Freak?
I think this is one of the more exciting series, and hopefully we do get a Game 3 tiebreaker in the near future. I think it was really this is the first Hunter seems to be the first team where they are able to challenge LAMC from several roles. Hunter having, well, they had the advantage overall. I do still feel like Alpha Daddy had an advantage in bot side. Both series, at least in lane. Hunter did a pretty good job coming into the team fights in the later halves of the game. Mr. Meaty actually losing out both times.
Yep.
More so the first game than this one. It's more of a neutral matchup here. As Clear Sky did try to push his advantage, but obviously very hard with the Silas nerfs. But so that I also enjoyed a lot, seeing as how Mr. Meaty's Ornn is not unbeatable.
Definitely not.
While they were stumps, while both games ended up being stumps, it was really great to see how the draft influenced the stumps of both games, as Hunter countered really hard on the engage comp that LAMC had in the first game with the counter comp with the Wall of Pain and the Event Horizon, and then LAMC opting for the better comp here. It was great to see that the drafts influenced the overall outcome of the game and how they were played out.
That it did.
Definitely.
And well, we're just going to end it right here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us in this very important stream today. We hope to see you at Amplified once more, version 1.0, this Saturday, January 11th at 12 p.m. Well, we hope to see you then. And gentlemen, how about some goodbyes?
Good evening, everybody.
Later, gang.
Bye.